Okay, well, welcome in everybody. I've just had to restart the game. I don't know if any of that footage will be kept in this video, but there was some sort of glitch that was preventing me from even leaving this room. Anyway, today's video is day 3 of IAE in Star Citizen. So, yeah. I can see in game chat somebody else is getting the problem I was having. I'm just saying, right, Bruce. So I'll just let them know they need to do a server jump to fix that problem. It's something you'll find about Star Citizen community. We are a helpful bunch. Okay, lift was being a bit funny there. This is where I'm going to be dropping some frames because we're in a busy area and I'm maxing out my system making these recordings, so you'll have to bear with me on this. Okay, so if you've seen my previous two videos, you know this path well. We're going down here and we're waiting on the train to get to the Tobin Expo Centre. Okay, 30 seconds isn't too bad. Train heading to the spaceport on the other side there. That one will have just come from the Tobin Centre. Well, that guy seemed to be acting like it was glitched. Train I'm waiting on is coming from the spaceport.
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
I have been noticing, due to the lag that I'm getting in this area,
Capsule now approaching station.
that I don't actually see the train come in very often, although I did today. It seems to just teleport in half the time.
Doors are now closed.
Zoom! So this is probably somebody that's flown in from another planet, heading to the IAE. Just sitting on the train, enjoying the ride from the spaceport. Trains on New Babbage are glitchy as all anything, but it's because they've tried to go for this like maglev monorail thing. So have it in like tunnels and stuff, and then there's like, yeah, it's all just a bit much for the systems.
Capsule will be
So we'll head up top. I believe it's Misk and Mirai today. Episode 1 I mentioned Mirai was like an alien manufacturer, which I realised after making the video is incorrect. Mirai is like a subsidiary of Misk. Just confirm, yeah, Mirai and Misk. I'm going to be Apex. Yeah, Misk is like the industrial and Mirai is like the commercial. Although there is some overlap, but the reason I got confused is that they use a lot of alien tech and it gets mentioned more in the Mirai stuff. And particularly from the, what do they call that alien race, the Xi'an. They use their thruster systems, which are like vectoring thrusters and stuff. A whole bunch of lore behind it, and I'm not a big lore fiend, so that's why I made the mistake in the first place. Okay, I'm going to remember to check the map today. So just the 3 halls, and then downstairs. So this one in the middle is the new one, which is the Star Lancer. I'll show you a Freelancer in a minute when we get to that room, but this is the new big brother to that ship. Over here we have one of the smallest vehicles you can get in game, the Pulse Hoverbike. This one has a gun, and over here should be the race variant. So, boop. They're basically like the smallest ships you can get, in fact. The big guys are refuelers, that's the military one, that's the civilian one. So they're flying petrol stations. Or if you're in America, gas station. There should be a button to open this cargo bay here. Ah, there it is. So we got the cargo floor here. Can I raise this up? Yes. Boop. There'll be other entrances to the ship, but like the back there. A lot of people refer to this section as the garage, because this is where you would stick like a vehicle going up the ramp. Although it has been noted the roof there is a bit low. You got a lift on either side here to the upper floor. That back area is just a rear cargo hold. This lift goes down to the ground level and is allowing you to access the ship. And here is the docking collar, I think, yeah. So if you were docking with a space station, it could dock here. So you'd have your airlock there. And then up here is the armory, where you'd have armors, weapon racks, a seat. Let's pop upstairs. I would use the lift, but I'm just going to use the ladder. Graphically a bit glitchy, but it does the job. So, here we have... We're expecting this to be fully functional at some point. Don't know when, but everybody's expecting that to happen. So we've got the kitchen area here, your seating area here, full table, skylights, nice touch. Through here should be, yeah, so we get like the crew quarters. So, bed, bathroom. Woo! This one has a working mirror. Hello. Although a lot of people have pointed out that little bit at the top that looks like the camera on a smartphone. Hi. I thought my character there was reacting to my voice on the mic because I saw his lips moving. But yeah. So we've got a room here. There's the lift that I pointed out downstairs in the the rear hangar. So then there's a little bit of storage here. So one of these I expect would be for this room and the other one would be for the room we just looked at, since it didn't have that storage area. And there's storage above the bed as well. And again your bathroom, so it's all basically the same. And on the other side there'll be the mirror of this. So we'll have, there's a room, there's a lift, and there's another room. Which is all exactly the same. Down the back here should be engineering. Yep. So here's the big engines. So quantum drive and all that, the engineering terminal. Coming soon to a PC near you. Yeah, that comes in with a later patch. I think it was supposed to be 4.0, but it's going to be like 4 point something or other probably. Right, so back through the living area. So these are the escape pods. Not functional yet as far as anybody knows. And then here we have the bridge. So this will link to one of the remote turrets. This links to the other one. There's a... Is that it? Yeah. The blast screens. And then there's pilot seat, co-pilot seat. Big windscreen to look out of. Up in the lift. Don't know if this person's going to the ground or just to the lower floor. Yeah, going to ground, so we're exiting. Perfecto. We can continue the tour. Now, like with the big giant ship yesterday, I'm not going to do a tour of the behemoths over here. They're just a little bit big and a little too easy to get lost. So like I said, the Gemini is the military one, so pick up the pace of it. This is actually one of the ships that we'll get to look at in one of these halls. That's a hull C. I think that's the C closed up, because you see what happens is yeah, this area here, the blue sections, they expand out and it opens these platforms out, and this is where you would stick the big cargo containers. So this is a heavy hauler. My character is needing food and water, but we'll sort that in a second. So the Prospector over there is a miner. There's the hull C I was just talking about, and yeah, that model is the closed up version. And then you've got the baby version, the hull A. I have flown a hull A. It's an interesting ship, and it has the same functionality where the middle section opens up. So in its closed form, it looks like this, and I believe the expansion port is here. Yeah, that's the airlock. Yeah. Access. Come on, access the lift. Hang on. Well, I said lift, I mean stairs, but you know what I mean. So this is a single person hauler. So you've got your cockpit there. Suit locker there. living accommodation here. Yeah, mirror doesn't work yet. Yeah, and that's basically your interior. Oh, I hate these doors. This is why I stopped using the Hull from a hauler and went back to my Mercury Star Runner. That door is just so annoying. So basically the whole ship is actually this bit here with the wings, and then separately is like the engines. There's an expansion port there where it all extends out, and then this is the Big Daddy version. Now the whole series, you'll notice that goes A and C. B is currently not in game, though is in the works. There's also a D and an E. An E will be a mammoth hauler. It will be in the same classification as capital ships. Let's say this is your one-man mining ship, the Prospector. And so what you do is your mining stuff, it goes into these containers and then you haul them somewhere to sell off your ores or process them. Frankly, it's not a ship I'm particularly interested in. If you are interested in the mining gameplay loop, that's going to be your starter. Once you've gone from the handhelds, you'll move up to a Prospector, well, probably a rock car first, which we'll get to see later in the week. It's a Grey Cat model. But the Prospector is the first ship, and then there are bigger ships that you can get later on. But they essentially work on cruise. That's the single player one. I think it said the other hall here has some stuff to show us, and then there's one on the other side, and then we go downstairs and we get to see the holograms of pending ships. Now, those little Mirais down there, these ones I have, until recently my starter ship was one of these. I traded it in for the alien one I currently have. I believe the Corey over in the left side in the corner there. So yeah, the Reliance Sen. Yeah, this is the science one. So it has like arrays on it. Now this ship has this interesting thing with this cockpit, and it is a two-seater. And the hull behind it there stay in this orientation, but these big giant sort of wings rotate round 90 degrees. A lot of people have referenced the B-wing from Star Wars, but yeah, so you got this one. Then has all this like science stuff in here. This one is the camera one. So this is for people who want to do the let's like your counterbalance, like in-game footage, like you want to roleplay as being a reporter or something. This is your camera ship, the Mako. We'll look at the little guys here in a minute. They're the smallest combat ships currently, but we'll look at them in a second. Over here is the one I had, the Corey, or Core. Now, that's weird. The gun there should look like this. It certainly did on mine. But essentially, this is like a starter ship option. So you've got gun under the wing, gun under the wing, turret there with 2 guns, and you would have the same up here, but it looks like for some reason this one's spec'd differently. That looks like a tractor or maybe a salvager? Huh. Must be an update since I had mine. Now this one is actually one that doesn't suffer from a particular glitch that I don't know if it's been resolved yet in this game or not. That when the wings rotate round, this hallway is inaccessible, so the doors lock off. And if you logged out in the cockpit with it in that flight mode, the other ones have like a bed you can sleep in here. So no, if you logged out in the bed, actually you can't log out in the cockpit safely anyway, and it was in that flight mode, so if say you were at an orbital marker in space, the wings would stay in the vertical position, meaning that hallway is completely sealed off and there's no way for you to get to the cockpit. And there's no way for you to rotate the wings back round unless you're in the cockpit. So basically as soon as you got out of bed, you were stranded in space. This one didn't have the bed, so it literally didn't have the issue. This is the Mirai engines I was talking about, the alien ones that like reconfigure, they'll rotate and stuff. As I said, vectoring. So this one, there you go, you got your 2 beds for your 2 crew. So the Dana. This one's the fighter variant, isn't it? Yeah. So that's the big guns. Let's say the Kore, you can have the. You could basically mount another turret like that on that end of the wing, and then you basically have like 6 guns, and that can work together. And these little guys are the Furies. They do not have quantum jump. They have to be carried in a bigger vehicle to get to a combat zone. This is the missile variant. This should have a blast shield on the canopy. I don't know if I'll be able to show that. If I can, because it has a fun feature. Right, let's see. Hail, power, shield? Aha, blast shield. Deploy. Oh, it's not showing it. This bit in front of you, that is not actually glass, that's screens, and there's little cameras on the other side. Trying to... Why won't my camera rotate round? We'll exit. Somebody must have left the screens on basically, so when I'm wondering if... Yeah, no, it's all locked back. So what happens is a big black solid screen there. This one's your regular fighter, so the four guns and a few missiles. And over here is the racer variant with, like, I think no weapons at all. So this one's the pure speed model. I had a little shot of one of these. They're very interesting little ships. Okay, now we go off to the room that should have the Freelancer in it. So that big ship that we took the tour of, this is the smaller version of it. So it's the one that's been in the game for ages. Say the Star Lancer through here is the new version. It's the first of the 3 known models. So the one here is the Max, which is the pure freighter version. Then there's going to be the BLD, which is a builder, and it runs drones for doing base building, which isn't in the game yet, so they're not working on that one. And it's the TAC, TAC, or Tactical, which is the next one, which will be the military grade version. The Freelancer has one as well that's like that, which is the Freelancer Miss, which is the missile boat. And that's the military version of that one. But I should be getting to see that momentarily. I think it was Hall 5 on the map. Oh, we've got somebody planking over here. Hello. Undersuit. You know, I really need to deal with my character's thirst issue because I am about to die of thirst. Yes, this game has survival mechanics, including eating and drinking, and eventually you'll have to worry about sleeping too.
Hi. Thanks for coming in.
So, quick buy one of these. Right.
Hey, back again, I see.
There we go. That's an energy drink one, so it will help a little with food, as well as water. Okay, that'll keep me going a little bit longer. So, here's the Freelancer family. That one is... Yep, the Miss. So this is the missile boat. So instead of a cargo bay, it's got like giant missiles. And this one... Freelancer Max. So this is like the little version of the big one through there. So it's the full cargo. So it's got a wider rear module. It has a bigger cargo space. The white one here should be the base Freelancer model. Yeah. This one you can rent on pretty much any space station. If you go up to the cargo area, you can rent one of these. It's a good small hauler, like the Hull A, which is actually made by the same manufacturer. I think has more or less the same cockpit. I think it's in basically the same weight bracket. And the DUR, what's the DUR again? Oh, Expedition. So this is like the Explorer one. So what's it got in the back? So we have a little bit of cargo space in there. Hello. Oh yeah, it's got like the sensor suites and stuff, doesn't it? Yeah, so that's an Explorer one. But yeah, before one of the wipes, this was my small hauler ship. Like I said, I tried the Hull A. Because I'd already had the Freelancer and I knew the Hull A was by the same people, but I prefer the Freelancer. So there's a mock-up of the mining ship doing its thing. You would probably be doing that on the surface of a moon, or more likely in an asteroid field where you can go and just mine up asteroids. My heart rate monitor was triggering there, the in-game one, not real life one. So, I have a little tootle downstairs here. Let's see what other fun things we can find. Like a guy there who's having some sort of seizure. Ah, these are the Racer vehicles, although the Racer EX is a military grade one, so it's used as a stealth ship. So it's like a spy vessel. Then you've got the two Racers. So you've got the LX. Somebody once described this one as being like, this one's like your normal racing, like that one's like the dragster. So that's like the difference. Do we have anything on the other circle? No, so we'll just head into the holosuite and have a look at the holograms, and then that will end today's tour. So this one is the Endeavour. This is a big giant modular ship. Now this bit, the engines here, it's kind of hard to say, but this whole section actually separates off and it's like its own separate ship. And then this big bit back here has a bunch of interchangeable modules, so you can set it up how you want. So it's like a hospital one and base builder ones and stuff, so it'll be like a whole bunch of modules. And you could essentially rock up to a planet, leave this section in orbit, take this front section and fly down to the planet. And this bit isn't small. Yeah, so you'd have like a decent sized ship you could take down with like a crew to go start doing things, and effectively have your own mobile space station that you've left up above. It should be an interesting ship when it comes around, but it's a long ways off, as I understand it. And what we got here? The Expanse. Oh right, yeah, this is the refining one. So those refuelers I was talking about, they're out display at the front. Certainly the civilian one, I'm not sure about how the military one works because it's got gun placements where the intakes are, but you go through like gaseous areas and they can intake the gas and like convert that into fuel. This one essentially does that with ores to make, so it does a flying refinery. So you could take a prospector, hook it up to one of these guys, unload its cargo, and it will refine all the ores into like usable materials. What do we have here? This will be the TAC, I take it. Yeah, screen busted. Yeah, it's definitely a Star Lancer, so that'll be the TAC. So that's the military one that'll be coming next. And what are you? You look like a Star Lancer too, but... Oh, Odyssey. Oh yeah, front's a bit different. Oh, this is bigger, isn't it? Now... Oh right, yeah, this is the one that... Oh, what's the name of that ship? It's a Drake ship. It's not the Cutlass, it's the... Oh, I can't remember now. We'll see it on Drake Day. But there's like it's like a big exploration vessel, so you would take this like long haul. That one has a small... like it's able to refine fuel from gases like the big refueler ships on a smaller scale, but it's at a point where it can be almost self-sufficient, so it can go for much longer than any other ship essentially. And that should be everything. Yeah, 3 halls, main hall, downstairs. Yep, so that'll be today's tour. And as I've been saying in all of these videos, if you have the slightest inclination that you want to try Star Citizen, now is the absolute perfect time to do it. It's completely free at the moment to get in and try it. If you can get in on an event day, you can rent out for free any of the ships that are on display in that event day. Yeah, so you can come in, grab a ship, have fun, muck about, and it will cost you nothing but a bit of time. So yeah, that's that. Hopefully I'll see you in tomorrow's video, and we'll get a look at some more ships. And yeah, See you in the wilds.